Make sure y'all can hear me. Make sure y'all can hear me. What's good? Tomorrow. Y'all hear me? Gonna make sure y'all can hear me. Yeah. Well, yeah, what's good? What's good, y'all? I know I've been slacking up on these SouthernTea because I've been under the weather, but I'm back tonight. I'm just be loafing on this motherfucker. But I'm here to you know, talk about this this Deontay Wise situation. I know the Tigers played 9. Now I didn't know that. But I'm glad you said that. What channel they play on? I'm glad you said that, so that means that I'm getting off this motherfucker at 9 o'clock. Then. You know what that means? So I'm gonna be on here less than an hour. Who we play? Who we playing now? ESPN 2. Who we playing now? Justin Dollar, what it do? Donnelly. Justin Donnelly, what it do? Who they play at who we play? This the tournament, huh? This the tournament, huh? Show this. Yeah, I'm gonna check this out now. So that just means I'm gonna get out this motherfucker at 9. Cause yeah, I gotta see what this. Let me get some light on. But yeah. I ain't gonna be here long tonight. No, I really just came to touch on this wild situation and shit. I'm happy, for a long time. I was sad as a motherfucker. I was sad as a motherfucker with boxing, and the direction that we was going and shit. This, 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 these powers that the heavyweight division been in had me down a little bit. But now the fact that you got Tyson Fury actually coming out and saying Wilder's name, actually speaking on it. Now the fact I've been knew, that he had to fight Wilder unless he paid Wilder or unless Wilder wanted to be the one to let him out. What's up, L Dub? What it do? Shout out my guy L Dub Box. Appreciate you coming through this jump. See, I knew all along that Wilder was the front runner for Fury because I knew all along that it was just Fury trying to weasel his way out of the Wilder fight. It's on my page. It's well documented. I've been preaching the same story for months now that Wilder and Fury, was gonna have to fight again, or that Fury was gonna have to drop these belts, or that Fury was gonna have to drop these belts, that he's been holding on to for dear life. Because he's contractually obligated to fight Wilder for the third time. They had a one-off fight the first time when the draw. There was no rematch clause. Wilder could have went on about his way, Wilder could have went in a different direction. But Wilder chose to fight Fury again. And look at Wilder, he put his own rematch clause into the contract. Just in case something like this happened. Now I'm pretty sure Wilder didn't think that Fury would go to the measures that he went to in the fight. But either way, I think Wilder should get extra points for being smart enough, dealing with a guy like Tyson Fury to put a rematch clause in his contract. Because I can only imagine. Well, actually, I don't got to imagine. I know exactly what would have happened if Wilder didn't have a rematch clause in his contract. Tyson Fury would have never fought that man again in his life. You know what I mean? Because he's trying to get out, the last fight with. And for a long time, mainstream me wanted us to believe that AJ and Fury was a real thing. When unless you blind or stupid, you already know Tyson Fury had more business to handle with Deontay Wilder. Hold on, y'all. But yeah. So, what's next for heavyweight boxing? Me personally, besides Wilder versus Fury, I like to see AJ versus Alexander Usyk. I think that'll be a good fight. I think Alexander Usyk is already, the mandatory for AJ's belt. So in the meantime, while Fury and Wilder, handle their business with the third fight, I like to see Alexander Usyk fight AJ. I slightly favor AJ in that fight, but I think AJ versus Alexander Usyk would be a damn good fight. Since I believe that we passed, this bullshit, this Wilder dead bullshit. Because, for months people been telling me that, Wilder's career is over. It's crazy how Wilder could go 40-0, right? Knock out 40 people, take one loss, and now everybody want to tell you that that man's career is over. Like all the greats that we know and love today, all don't have losses on their record already. Y'all ever notice how the energy for Deontay Wilder is always different for the energy for everybody else? Even people like me, people was calling me crazy that I would even question the fact that Deontay Wilder was cheated in this fight against Tyson Fury, as if Tyson Fury isn't, a non-cheater. Help me understand it. Yeah, help me understand it. What's good, Rich? I kept receipts of this shit on my page. I can't receive this shit on my page. We be Justin Donnelly. What's up, Justin Donnelly? We be. I ain't sure what you mean, Justin Donnelly. We be. Trap, big trap. My co-host Trap Media in the building. My co-host Trap Media in the building. I'm about to drop it for you so we can talk this boxing. There you go, Trap. But yeah, I'm feeling damn good though. Because I ain't gonna lie, for a minute, the shit was looking bad to me, dog. Like, I really thought Tyson Fury would be Justin Donnelly, you the nigga from my Twitter. Shout out to you, bro, for coming through that junk. Shit went for a smoke, so Mr. B. I'm finna give you a ring, Justin. Am I saying your name right? Justin Donnelly. Shout out Justin Donnelly coming through this junk. You that guy from my Twitter, fool. Appreciate that. Appreciate you coming through this junk. So what fights you want to see, Justin, in heavyweight? What fights you want to see? Trap.
Yo. What's the deal?
Right. My motherfucking nigga. Right. We got you come through this, right? We got you slide through this, right? I'm gonna give you a ring, Justin.
Oh man.
Do you see Tyson Fury singing a different tone track?
I do.
You see
But I think he negotiating, man. I think he same thing that Manny Pacquiao doing with Bud. Like he'll say Bud name, so in negotiations it's not like they don't have no leverage or they can't go nowhere else. But they really just negotiating to get what they want, but they gotta say this other person's name. So it'd be like, all right, well, if you don't accept this term, I can go over here. So I think the big issue in that Fury negotiation, I think AJ trying to make sure, with Usyk trying to make sure that ring size and the gloves probably a big issue, and Fury probably like some the horsehair shit real, legal, and AJ probably ain't on that. So he like, well, if you don't take this, then I just go fight Wilder. And like I said, and Fury, he's so unstable that if he feel too pressured and too against the wall, then he'll just say fuck boxing if he can't get what he wants. So that's why I'm not ever too optimistic with Tyson Fury, because he one of them niggas that don't really give a fuck. Like, he'll play the game for a little bit, but if you piss him off too much, he just walk away. So it's up in the air. It could be positive for Wilder, it could not be. But to me, if I had to bet, it's just a negotiation tactic with AJ on one of the terms that they can't agree on. And I think one of those terms will probably be the gloves, because in Fury mind, it's like, this legal. And I don't think AJ, just like Usyk, is going to take a chance with getting in there with no horsehair gloves, especially after the Ruiz situation.
So you think it's something he's trying to do to get a fight with AJ?
Yeah, I think it's still, in negotiations, they probably have, like when they've been putting the reports out, they probably have agreed on most of the stuff. I think just the small things is maybe that UK thing is a battle, but I think AJ will even bounce off that. I don't think AJ is for coming to the United States though. So I think that's probably a disagreement. I think those gloves is a disagreement. and possibly ring size is a disagreement. And
World
I'm just saying that because those were disagreements with Usyk had in his last fight. Remember, he said he had agreed on a ring being a certain size, and
yeah.
it was smaller, and then it was some. I think he said something with the gloves. He had to go over there and check them about the gloves because there wasn't too much padding in them. That horsehair shit.
Video, so I get my algorithm going and shit. Things like that. I'm just go ahead, go ahead.
Yes, yeah. Smash that like button, man. You know the Tigers play at 9 UCF tournament. Ray Jackson was good. Uh,
What's
y'all
wrong?
didn't see Fury tonight on IFL TV. Check my tweets. Y'all boys sparring yesterday. Who sparring? Rich Porter, what up? L Dub. Who sparring?
I think you
Your,
said
your,
Fury.
your, your shit kind of laggy.
Huh?
But I said your shit kind of laggy. What I mean, what you think about that though? Like you I'm not. I don't think that Wilder Fury. I don't know. I think Wilder, but this is what I will say. In this time of quarantine, pre-quarantine, AJ name still meant something. And Fury, post-quarantine, I don't really care about AJ or Fury. Like the heavyweight division has lost all its luster to me. Like the heavyweight division, like y'all was saying, without Wilder, it's like it's whatever. It don't command my attention. It's not something that I have to watch right now. It seems like all the characters knocked out. And if it's just AJ and Fury left, then I'm not really too excited. But I was last year. But if something happened during this quarantine, I'm not like one of those radical haters. Like I got AJ and Fury in my pound for pound, but I'm just not excited as I was before quarantine started. I don't know what happened. Then big baby Miller out now. Dillian White then got knocked off when it seemed perfecting. It's like it's just narrowing down, and then nobody wants to fight Ortiz. It, it's like the heavyweight division has come to a standstill. And if Wilder really ain't in the picture, then I'm
Because
not.
why?
I'm just not excited.
Because Wilder ain't moved. What you talking about, World Reader? World Reader said how much y'all? How much what? What you mean? What you
How
mean?
much, y'all? I mean, look, don't block no trolls. Don't block no trolls. World Reader, I know you trolling, but what you talking about? Let the trolls troll. What you talking about, World Reader? How much for what?
I'm giving trolls wrenches and shit right now. I They can come on through. Fuck it. You know what, Trev? You was right. Remember that day we had this conversation? You was right.
Yeah.
Like, come on through. I need,
Yeah. Pull
like,
up, trolls. We need the troll. We need other opinions that's totally different. If you feel a totally different way, express yourself in the chat. Don't feel afraid. We got the shooters on standby. Now they sitting on top of the roof, but come and speak your piece.
I'm
But
trying to see what they're talking about. I'm trying to see what Justin Donnelly talking about.
he says no troll, fam.
Tell him to
Where
come
you,
on
where
and
you
speak
from, World Reader? And what you talking about? How much? And Justin
it.
Donnelly, Fury. Who was Fury? Fury said he aspire. He said it don't matter who he spar. He said the sparring really don't matter at this point. But I still don't think we've seen the best of Tyson Fury. I think
Trap.
AJ is huh
What is a Tyson Fury trap? It's
huh.
always some shit. It's always some shit going on with Tyson Fury traps. What is the best of Tyson Fury?
Yeah, I still don't think we really seen the Tyson Fury that took training camp serious yet. I don't think we seen a camp where Fury in his peak shape and Yeah, I just don't think we've seen that yet. And just a totally focused Fury. So I think it's room for him to get better. But he's just not, like I said, he's not Sean Porter. He's not dedicated to the sport. So everything get back to the Sean Porter standard. If he lived his life by the Sean Porter standard, I think we will see the best Fury. I think AJ is pretty much peaked out. We have seen the best of AJ. Um, and not that that's a bad thing. I just think he does do a lot of the right things with boxing. And Wilder, of course, he still got room to improve, but he's still the most exciting of all of them. And what you think about Andy Ruiz? Him getting in shape? Did he get surgery? You think he got fat surgery, liposuction,
Nah, I think
or he on that computer? You think he eating the Mexican burgers? Like what? Is he dedicated to the sport now? Like
I think you say okay, yeah, okay. I say a left. Okay, yeah, okay.
for being world reader is from the chat. You told him to come watch. Oh, H Town. It was a typo. Okay. Change the subject. Who the world's best boxer? Bud Crawford gonna buy me a card tomorrow. Pay you, motherfucker. You know what did happen? Sean Porter liked one of my tweets today. So he see what we see with Bud Crawford. Uh, but staying on Ruiz though, what you think about Ruiz though? What you think going on with him? Is he are you excited to see Ruiz? Like is
Yeah, but he's one of the guys that I like to watch. I think it's bullshit. He said he paid Roof for $75. I think that's bullshit, Andy. I think that's some bullshit, Andy.
is he gonna be next level though? Like
Shields gave us one for the 30, and you come with the 75.
yeah, but they know the Mexicans gonna buy. He said the Mexican burgers. Yeah, I mean, y'all see that nigga legs? I was watching Blue Blood shit, and that motherfucker got. I thought he got the LIFO shit because you can make it contour around the muscles and shit. So I don't know, but working out with Canelo, you know they in Mexico, so you already that computer will help you burn fat and keep muscle or something like that. So I wouldn't be surprised. And then the thing with Ryan, like he got a little bit bigger since he been working with Reno. So I mean, it's just I don't know, but I'm not mad at that shit, man. Overall, the heavyweight division is dead right now because none of these niggas want to fight. It's the same. We got the same issue and all this shit, man. Like Ruiz don't want to fight Wilder. Nobody want to fight Ortiz. Then it's just the same bullshit, man.
Fury don't want to
Huh?
fight Wilder.
Yeah, Fury don't want to fight Wilder. AJ don't want to fight Wilder. None of these niggas want to fight Wilder. So it's like he outside, but they don't get.
Yellow died. Fat
Oh, oh. Huh?
I said Ray said Andy on that Canelo died. Facts, right?
You know it. You know it, man. Yeah, but fuck heavyweights, man. Only thing I really want to see right now is that rematch with Hellenius and it's supposed to come up in May, I think. Hellenius and what's the fat Polish dude name? He had a lot of hype. Hero Ruiz was supposed to be the big fight. We were just talking about it. But that rematch, y'all know what I'm talking about. He lost to Chicago. He got knocked out in front of his people. He got knocked out in front of his people. But
I know you're talking
huh?
about. I know who you're talking about. I can't remember his name though, but we was having a George DeWicky conversation and shit like that.
Yeah. What you think about the Sean Porter Crawford tweets though?
Uh, it's like, it's like, damn, it's like I don't want to say Bud scared of Sean, cause I don't believe Bud's scared of nobody really, but Bud energy don't be the same for Sean Porter like you do everybody else. Because why the fuck y'all ain't fighting if Sean free Sean just said he'll be ready in May. So if you free, Sean free. Is he fight pass? Is Bull
You
fight
lagging.
pass?
You lagging. You lagging. Yo, yo,
I'm still lagging.
yo. There you go. You good. You good. You said keep going. You were saying his energy don't be the same. Bud free,
Yeah.
Porter free. Yeah, you cutting off. Your shit delayed. Hold on. Say salute, fam. Like button smash. How can I donate to the channel? No one cares. No one cares. He in the division except America. Who Bud gonna fight? Also, Billy Joe knocks the fuck out of No, Billy Joe doesn't take boxing seriously, bro. So I highly doubt that. Now, Billy Joe had hella potential if he took the sport seriously, if he was living by the Sean Porter standard. But all the skills in the world, one of the best fights against Lemieux, one of the best performances you ever see in boxing. But um I think at this point he's just too up and down, and you can't just chase the big matches and only take the big matches serious. You gotta you gotta be there and be focused all the way around. You can't be blowing up in weight. You can't be taking all this no shit. You gotta really take this sport seriously to compete with elite boxers like Canelo Alvarez, and especially when they all of the
Fool,
Mexican,
I ain't got no
huh?
super chat shit like that, bro. Fool, I don't be even really be asking folks for no cash or shit like that, fool. But
Just
bro,
drop your cash app.
yeah, I got it. I got a cash out, bro.
Yeah, we should drop your cash app in the chat. Seriously, I know the man. You're complete. You know who? You know Billy Joe? Nah, bro. I mean, listen, that might be your dog and shit, but he up and down. Like he up and down. He up and down, and I just think he got to get a bit more serious. I think if he get more serious, I would have liked to see him in a couple more fights before this Canelo fight. Now if it was coming right off that Lemieux fight, I would have gave it a 50-50 fight. But just at this point, I think Canelo just run through him. I think Canelo will stop Billy Joe. I do. Um, Canelo, he's serious, man. He always in shape. He
Justin? Who you know, Justin? Who you know?
I think he's saying Billy Joe. Billy Joe is boy.
What about Billy Joe?
But see, I like Billy Joe though, and see, I'm not a Billy Joe hater. Billy Joe was on my first pound for pound. I think I started doing the pound for pound list maybe 2-3 years ago, and Billy Joe was on my first pound for pound coming off that Lemieux fight. But I just haven't seen that same type of Billy Joe in recent years, and it's always I don't understand why that Andrade fight, like what happened with that. So it's questions around Billy Joe for me, and I don't need any questions around you when you're going into a huge fight like that with one of the best in the sport, Canelo Alvarez. It's like when you go play the Lakers, you better bring it, and when you go play Canelo, you better bring it. You better be locked in. You better be focused, and you better be really living boxing. Like coming out and wearing that suit and all this joke shit. This ain't no time to be playing, nigga. Like this, all the stakes. You could take over boxing if you get this win. Get in that gym. Fuck all that joke. Fuck all that laughing. Let's get serious. Let's lock in, and you can laugh after the fight. But I want all the only thing I want to see is hard training from Billy Joe. All the jokes and shit, he can keep that shit. But it's I mean, you done fucked up the Andrade fight, So you these niggas just keep robbing the fans. So hopefully he go out there and perform. I know that's your homie. That's your homie. You better tell him he better get serious and strap his nuts on because Canelo ain't coming to play.
Yeah, I like Billy Joe as a boxer. I think his last fight he looked horrible. If he gonna lose to Canelo, if that fighter come out there, but the best Billy Joe, I think the best Billy Joe get Canelo a run for his money. Now, which Billy Joe come out there, we don't know. But I don't want them niggas who just think, Canelo go completely wash Billy Joe. You know what I mean? The best Billy Joe don't get washed. The best Billy Joe got a chance to beat Canelo because Billy Joe actually do got a good jab. Billy Joe do actually got good footwork. Billy Joe actually do move his head. Billy Joe actually is a decent athlete, above average athlete. So Billy Joe has the tools to beat Canelo. Is he gonna beat Canelo? Is a different story.
Yeah, and you gotta come out. You can't come out and think you're gonna win just a close fight with Canelo. You gotta either have that power.
You gotta beat Canelo to win against Canelo. You gotta really beat him.
Hold on, my shit cutting out. Hold on.
You gotta take this shit from Canelo in order. Because you gotta go in there thinking you already lost on the cards to Canelo. When you fight Canelo, you already lost on the cards. So you gotta have that in your head going into a Canelo fight already. So at no point in time can you come into a Canelo fight trying to figure shit out. Think Billy Joe stops Canelo handily. Watching him since he's a kid, know for a fact he don't think Canelo is a big deal. Billy training since before Christmas, knowing this fight is happening. The boys going, fight is happening. Boys is going, everyone. So yeah, I kind of feel I made this shit out. I don't know for the last little part. I mean, when you said the boy going, everyone, but the, Martin Murray, if Martin Murray show up, if Martin Murray, Billy Joe show up against Canelo, he not beating Canelo. I do give him a chance against Canelo though. I do give him a chance against Canelo. I do think there was some bullshit he pulled against Andrade too though. I do think there was some bullshit he pulled against Andrade too though. Yo.
Yo, bad spelling. Sorry. Think Billy Joe stop. Cancel. Handy watching.
He said he think Billy Joe stopped. I think he said he think Billy Joe stops Canelo handily. Watching him since he was a kid. Know for a fact he don't think Canelo is a big deal. Billy been training since before Christmas, knowing this fight gonna happen. I don't know what he meant. He said, "Boy, he going everyone."
He's gonna surprise everyone. I hope so, man. I like Billy Joe, man. Billy Joe. I think Billy Joe is good for boxing. Now he speaks English for one. I like a lot of what comes out the UK seems the closest to the Ali style, how they fight. I think all of them carry that. The question with the UK fighters is more so is the defense because they carry that Ali style offense on how they move everything. You'll be like, damn, am I looking at Ali? But they got to carry that defense too, and they just got to be locked in. So hopefully Billy Joe brings it. Like, again, this is not a Billy Joe hate train. This is just a Billy Joe
I
lock
think Billy
in.
Joe, Tyson Fury, and Josh Taylor is the exception to the UK rule.
Yeah,
But
Billy Joe
Tyson Fury,
tough, man.
huh?
I said, yeah, Billy Joe is tough. Fury is tough. Josh Taylor is tough. I mean, but all those guys, even Amir Khan, like spectacular offensively.
McClung he nice. He got water. He got water. He got a water face though.
Yeah, great. But I'm just saying, as far as the skill set offensively, I mean, these guys from the UK and just the European fighters that has come over in this generation. I mean, they are equivalent to the shooters in the NBA. Like the offense is crazy, but they can run up that scoreboard and really light it up. They let their hands go. But one thing I want to see in the future for the young UK fighters, I want to see them working on inside fighting, that toughness inside. I want to see them working on defense. And I think if they add that to their game, it'll be real tough um for the next
because
gen, for the next crop.
Chris Chris Algieri, I, I say this a lot too. Chris Algieri can box with anybody in boxing. Technically, it's just that when you touch him, you know, he fall. You know what I'm saying? But his boxing ability is an A plus. They just don't have a lot of them don't necessarily have it. They don't take the punch as good as they give the punch type shit.
Now, how you feel about Fury? What's Fury's beef? Like, what's Fury's beef outside of the Boer situation? We know that's going on in the UK. That if he activates, he can get investigated. But does he have a beef with the UK people? Like, have the UK is the
No,
UK fans behind Fury? Like,
yeah, they love Fury over there. They love Fury over there, especially after he beat Wilder. They love Fury
yeah,
over there. They love him on. He can't do nothing wrong over there. But the beef
yeah.
is with Utah.
Oh, okay, so it's all about UK. It's not no resentment to the UK fans or the UK media for doing that story or
Nothing like that. It's Utah.
yeah,
It's the
okay.
Utah. And guess what?
Yeah.
What the case is for? The case is for.
You
You
like
know,
you lagging. I can't hear you. What you say?
I said, can you hear me now?
He said, by the way, I'm Irish. I'm not from the UK. Yeah, well, you're European. European. That's why I had tried to correct it and say European. But shout out to Ireland. Shout out to Danny Green, Irish Danny Green, all the real
Ah, so
Irish
you're a
folks.
McGregor
Huh?
fan. You a Conor. You a Conor guy. You a Conor guy.
Who? Oh, the dude, Justin.
Justin Donnell. Donnell. I'm gonna call you Nelly. Justin. Justin Nelly. I won't call you Donnell because the dude named Nelly over here. And I'm saying that Nelly
Yeah, because
over there.
I think the Gypsy people are a sect of Irish people, like a a certain sector of them, like a breakdown of Irish that split off or something like that. But yeah, man, I know UK fan. I know the people over there is disappointed that they can't get that fight in the UK though.
It's
I know
Tyson
that.
Fury. We be niggas be giving Tyson Fury a pass on a lot of shit. It's Tyson Fury fault that we can't do a lot of shit.
Yeah, but you know, we in the we in the white world. So when you in the white world, they gonna get their people passes. And I would say to a certain extent, to a certain extent, I don't know, man. All this shit that got so out of hand, man. It's like we already know what's up with these niggas. We know what's up. We know what's up. But kind of moving back to Sean Porter and Bud. Bud, I think what Sean Porter just did, and I'm shocked he did it. He kind of lit a fire up under Bud, and now it's not gonna be able to be said because it's not gonna be able to be brushed over. Even ESPN picked this up. I made sure I tagged Bradley and Andre Ward because they were so quick. Oh, nobody wants to fight Bud Crawford. Nobody will say Bud Crawford's name, and they kind of acknowledged Sean last time. But now it's really that pressure. Is no excuse to be made from them. I just want. I tag Max Kellerman. I want all of these people who are saying all of this stuff about the PBC guys to make sure they put big respect on Sean Porter's name because now it went. Now he publicly pressed him. You know, went from his dad is saying it. He doesn't have a belt, but Brooke didn't. He don't want Spence leftovers, but Brooke was Spence leftovers. And went from all these excuses, and now we getting full circle to Sean Porter saying we see Tiafimo push this fight back in May because it's a fight, and this would let me know Bud already know who he fighting because they wouldn't have did that. But regardless, you can swap that person out and put Sean Porter in there, and Sean Porter's ready because he stay ready, and that's why he the gold standard in boxing. So I don't think Bud like that because now it's gonna make him look like he ducked Sean Porter once this fight do happen, and that's how it should look. And that's why from now on I just refer to Crawford as Duck Crawford because he wants no problem with Sean Porter. So any of his fans that feel like, oh man, Spence is avoiding Crawford, Spence is avoiding Crawford, just make sure you keep that same energy when you talk about Crawford avoiding Sean Porter. Whenever they come up and you want
Oh,
to say Spence is avoiding Crawford, make sure you say that same thing that Crawford is avoiding Sean Porter.
to touch on that, who like just honest question, like we talking about Spence and Bud personally, them directly.
Right.
When they are regularly asked about fighting each other, who energy, who gives you the negative energy that they don't want to fight?
Oh, Crawford don't want to fight. Crawford don't want to fight nobody.
That's what I'm saying. Like, bro, people really making it look like that Earl is the one ducking this guy. Like Earl ain't the one fighting quality opposition. Like, how the
Yeah,
fuck,
but they
how the
see
fuck
they
is he ducking him? And he the nigga winning the fucking belts.
yeah, see, but they all the only one thing Earl did wrong in all of this was when they bumped heads, but he was off guard and probably a little drunk when he said, "I'm going the easy route." He should have clarified. No,
As in
no, no,
him being able
no,
to
no, no,
fight.
no, no, no. I know, but when you got as many haters as he has, and when you with Al Heyman, you have to make it clear. I'm going the easy business route.
But you know how much shit that happened since then. They would
Huh?
have made an offer since then. Not a signed contract offer. He didn't, threw out a number and Crawford said hell no. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
But
Crawford said no, but I'm saying they're gonna this is one of their biggest pushbacks that he said he was going the easy route. So I'm just saying in the future, young boxers, if you ever in a situation like that and you understand the easier business with quality fights is on your side of the table, make sure you make it very clear because these haters will try to twist anything that you say and turn it
and
into a negative.
then like even in that the mindset, well fuck it, 60-40. If Bud would have took the 40, them niggas would be fighting. I'll be fighting next month. You know what I'm saying? Type shit.
Yeah,
But
but
no,
it's no
if
pressure on
Bud fight, bro, if Bud fight Lopez, bro, come on, bro.
what what
If Bud fight
fight who?
Lopez
No, he's
or the
fighting Castillo. He fighting Castillo Clayton. He
I been
fighting
saying,
Castillo Clayton. Yeah,
man,
Justin Donnelly say excellent point. Crawford is ducking. He said same as you're Mexican, not American. I'm not Mexican. I'm a black, but I know what you say.
right
Uh, yeah. I mean, Crawford, ESPN, Andre Ward, they know if that Errol Spence Crawford fight happen, they gonna make a lot of money from broadcasting, talking about it. It's some extra incentives coming with that fight. So of course Tim Bradley gonna feel away. Of course Andre Ward gonna feel away. They compromise, and they're friends with Bud Crawford. Tim Bradley is his mentor. they're all on the same side. So it's like they all go to the same school. So of course it's gonna be some type of school bias. The bad thing is they're on the worldwide leader of sports. So when they say something, it sounds like fact because you're on ESPN and this is everybody's news source. When you go to find something out about sports, the first place you want to go to is ESPN. So when they say this sounds like the full truth. And for a casual fan, they might take that and go with it. Now there are educated fans that know this isn't the truth, but because ESPN is the standard for truth from sports news, then that's just what people gonna go with. So it's just a fucked up situation. If I'm Earl at this point, I really don't give a fuck. Um, I really would just say fuck Crawford. Like if he not gonna negotiate. I really don't have nothing to talk about. Don't promote him on my show. On the back end of the replay of that pay per view, make sure you cut that shit out. I'm not marketing the nigga no more. You want to play these games and y'all want to disrespect me like that on y'all side in the media? That's cool. That's fine. But when it boils down to years and years later, you're gonna have a bullshit resume, and people will still be talking about me. People will still be talking about Sean Porter. So you can go play them little games, but you're gonna play them little games by yourself. And whoever wanna say something, that's cool, but you're gonna have to come back around because I'm gonna keep throwing these big pay-per-view fights. And if you want the interviews, you wanna be in the mix, you're gonna have to bow down or get out the way. So just let people talk. At this point, that's what I'm at. Let people talk. The man showing you he is straight coward. Um, yeah, I really don't have too much respect for a nigga like Bud. Like if he just came out and stated his agenda, then I would be cool with it. But I don't like niggas to be playing like they want to go, and then niggas is trying to go, and you ain't trying to. The teacher right there, man. The teacher right there, he's starting to talk crazy, and then when it's just y'all in the room, he don't want to do nothing. Like,
yeah. Ray said Crawford don't fight Porter next. This would be a bad look on his part. Bro,
very.
what's that man name? Hodacito Lopez. What's that man name?
Yeah, Jose Cesar Lopez. No, he fighting Castillo Clayton most likely.
I was hearing the rumor today that he gonna fight Lopez though. Hodacito Lopez.
I've seen that, but I doubt.
Even bro, like Hodacito Lopez, like bro, move. Like he comes to fight the people that lost to the people. He ain't fight none of the people. You know what I'm saying?
But but he just told you he don't want left. He don't want Spence leftovers. He don't want leftovers. But that's why he wouldn't fight Sean Porter because he a leftover.
Why not fight Thurman, bro? Damn, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Why not?
Now I don't want him to fight Thurman either because Thurman need to get back. Same thing I'm saying about Billy Joe. Even more so with Thurman, he been out of boxing for 2 years, so he got to get back in rhythm before I want to see him in a big fight.
Last time trying to fight Josito Lopez, then Manny trying to get back before he fights Spence. He lost the fucking belt. That was his problem last time.
Yeah, but that was too big of a touch. Like he got to go for somebody he know can't punch that he could just really get his feel.
Shout out Blue Blood Sports TV. He need to hop his ass in there. Shout out Blue Blood. He need to hop his
Salute
ass.
Blue Blood.
That was his problem last time, man. He tried to get in there with he thought it was easy. That's how he lost his belt. He need to go hop back in there with a Bud. I'm saying if Bud go fight Lopez, you can fight Thurman. If you go fight Lopez, you can fight Sean Porter. You could just fight a live body. You can fight Danny. God damn. Shit. But fight, bro. Damn. Lopez?
Yeah. I doubt it's Lopez, bro. I think he's gonna stay in the WBO with Castillo Clayton, and this gonna be his claim. Sergey Lipinets knocked out Lamont Peterson. Earl Spence beat Lamont. Castillo Clayton just had a draw with Sergey Lipinets. So it's probably be something around there. He'll probably say, I I favored Castillo Clayton in that Lipinets fight, and Lipinets knocked out Lamont, who Earl beat, and Earl gets credit for that. So it'll probably be some type of twist like that. Um, he number 3 in the WBO, so he'll say he's a ranked guy. I don't understand. And he'll try to spin it like people are just being biased against him. When Earl fights a ranked guy, he gets credit, but he's fighting a ranked guy who he believed to beat one of the guys that Earl beat, and now he's not getting credit. So it's gonna be some type of bullshit excuse like that. It's the same thing with Terrence Crawford, man. It's the same thing, and I think the biggest issue was he just got his roses too early from all of black media, and they just was trying to show him love because the bias we seen with Lomachenko. And I pray he don't go that route.
Me
Only
too,
reason I
but
think
Bud making it hard. Bud making it hard for us to, man. You know, not making it hard for us to root for him, but he making it hard. Man, we see this shit, bro. Like, we see what the fuck going on. Like, bro, like, we see these people trying to get these fights in. And we see you fighting people that they beat 7 years ago, C-ranked fighters and all. You know what I mean? Like, bro, that ain't business. Like, we believe in Bud more than Bud believe in Bud. I think, you know what I mean? I think we think he better than he think he is.
yeah.
I don't think that he believes he can beat these people.
Yeah. Well, I think he's just trying to cash out at this point. The same thing with everybody over there. Like Bob said, they in the red, and they noted that Spence fight can balance the book because Spence is the guy right now, and you put them together, and you can possibly get fireworks, especially coming off quarantine and stuff like that. So I think in his mind, fighting Sean Porter could fuck up
Let me
balancing the
get
book.
bullshit. Let me get Blue.
Huh?
I said, Blue ain't even got no rich, man.
Oh, yeah. Fighting Sean Porter could possibly
All right,
mess
Blue got
up that mess up that big pay-per-view fight. So I think in his mind, after Spence fight, win or lose, he'll fight all of these guys. But before the Spence fight, he can't just. I think he don't want to be boxing too long. In my mind, Terrence Crawford, he got his roses at 140 for fighting all these average niggas. He got his roses for fight at 135. We all celebrated him, and in his mind, he's accomplished everything. So the only thing next he need to do is get that big ass paycheck from Manny Pacquiao or Earl Spence. And outside of that, he don't care because in his mind, like he say, he already a Hall of Famer. He done it all. That's how he thinks. So he don't give a fuck about what we want or nothing like that because he feel like he earned that respect years ago, and now we just hating on him, and he just about to get this money and cash out. I don't think Terrence Crawford give a fuck about this boxing shit. He just want the bag at this point.
the money fight, and that'll get you more money in the Earl Spence fight.
Yeah, but
it's not like Spence don't want to fight him. Earl Spence already said he will fight him. Sean Porter said he will fight him. That's your buddy right there. Sean Porter in the
yeah, but I think he'll take a fight where he don't have doubt. And Sean Porter fight is not that he just feel he gonna get whooped. He don't know. He know he can win and he know he can lose. So if it's question, stay away from it. It's too risky. That's how he thinking. And then it's another thing. What happened if he go fight Sean Porter and it don't sell? Now he going to negotiations. Earl saying, "Nigga, I just did 320 with Sean Porter, and you just did 175K. So how big a draw are you?" Now you in worse negotiation position. So he's scared.
It don't matter if he beat. Let's say he beat Sean Porter. Let's say he beat Sean Porter and he knock him out. It don't matter. And 175,000 people watch it. I mean, you know, they don't.
It do it.
You know what I mean? They don't.
No,
They give him they don't give him 50-50 in the Earl fight for Sean Porter, not a champion right now, but they give him more leverage than what he got now. Right now, it damn near is a 70-30 fight. Earl being nice with 60-40. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, but I think it still do because when you go to that table, it's like we have a direct comparison now. I did a pay-per-view with this guy. You did a pay-per-view with this guy. Now, when I did a pay-per-view with this guy, we did 320. We almost did the same amount as the Mexican who so-called sold my pay-per-view. Two black fighters almost did the same as a black fighter and a Mexican. Now, so that either speaks to my power and Porter, or that speaks to my power. Now, if you go in there with Porter and you do 175, then that gives even more leverage to Earl because that means he sold the fight strict. So
Yeah, not if he
I
knocked
think
Sean Porter.
they scared, and people need to stop saying this Bob holding his back. Bob did the interview and said he could have got. Bob said before all of the bullshit, he said he would make the Sean Porter fight if Bud wanted to fight. Pull up the interview. Bob, type in Bob. It's on you. It's on
Now,
YouTube. Bob,
this channel, when Bob said he can fight, he said Thurman available. Sean Porter is available. I saw that Joe Blue put that on.
Yeah, he said he said Bud don't want the fights. So this is not Bob holding his back. Bud don't want to fight these niggas. Like it.
Yeah, did put like that before. He did. I remember that shit. And people act like they shit. What I'm saying. People really be acting like it's Earl Spence that's doing the ducking, bro. Like they really saying Earl Spence the one taking the easy route. Like he not fighting everybody. Bob clearly said Bud could get these fights, bro. But Bud making it hard to, bro. Bud making it hard to cheer for Bud, bro.
Yeah, he is. And respect it.
You know what's getting bad? I'm an Earl Spence fan. I feel sorry for Bud because this shit ain't looking good. That's terrible.
Say it again.
That's terrible. I said, you know it's getting bad because I'm an Earl Spence fan. And I'm starting to feel bad for Bud for how it's looking for him. Damn, Memphis lost by 1 point. 103, 102.
Yeah, man. If I'm Earl, man, just don't engage with none of that. Don't engage with because you can't win. You can't win with mainstream media. You're not gonna win. They're gonna have a point and they're gonna keep pushing it. The only thing you can do is keep being successful. And after a while, it's just like somebody hating on you in real life. If they keep talking about you like a dog, but you keep pulling up in new cars, you got new business opportunities, you getting real estate, and you just constantly getting better every time. But they just keep talking about you negatively. Eventually, the people who they talking negatively to you about you too, they're gonna start looking at like, man, I don't know, that sound good, but this motherfucker keep leveling up. So eventually, it's just not gonna matter. So all you gotta do is keep winning. And I feel only person I feel bad for is Sean Porter because I think but this is not a Sean Porter bias though. That's what I'm saying. You know, before that fight, I let you hear that I had Earl Spence and all that shit. So I really was on Sean Porter's head because I thought he was ducking Spence at one point. But Sean Porter, I just think he done everything right, and I just don't feel he get the respect that he deserves to get, and he has the best all around brand in boxing. And I think he need a fight like this because other than that, Earl is gonna keep going. And he said he's not gonna fight none of the youngsters as far as Boots and Ortiz.
That blew me. I was not expecting that from Sean Porter. Why was Sean Porter?
I think he said that because it's just like we go back to a neighborhood and say in your generation you done whooped everybody, but it's some new young guys, you know, who some girls from the neighborhood. Y'all both talk to these girls. They tell you like, yeah, young boy get, huh?
He should have said it out loud. He should have said it out loud.
No. But I think he's just letting the world know he's not going to be your gatekeeper. He deserves Crawford. He deserves the Spence rematch. Yeah. I think that was the biggest point he was making. You're not going to use him as a gatekeeper to see whether or not they're ready or not, because he'll walk away from this shit and do media. He better than that. He done fought all of the best. Everything that we want from all of these other fighters, he done given it to us, man. So I cannot go at Sean Porter for saying that. He the one fighter that can get a pass for not fighting the youngsters because he left it all in the ring. He left it all in the ring. Win, lose, or draw. Sean Porter did not cheat the fans. We can't walk away from this generation saying that Sean Porter ever cheated us.
He should have said that, chat. What he shouldn't have said was, "No, I'm not fighting Boots. I retire for a fight Boots." He shouldn't have said that. He shouldn't have said it that way. He should have said it the way you said it.
Yeah. And I give him a pass for that because he never cheated us, he never robbed us, he never came to a fight unprepared. I watched him break his hand in the fight and still, where a lot of fighters would have quit, they wouldn't have bit down. These fighters break something and they ready. Oh, they got to get down on one knee. Sean Porter didn't do that to us against Adrian Granados, who give everybody a tough fight. He broke his hand in that fight, pushed through, figured out how to win the fight, and got it. What do you want? I don't know what's wrong with people. Sean Porter is everything you want from a fighter. Tough, got heart, carry yourself the right way outside the ring. He's an ambassador for the sports of boxing and commentary. He ain't scared to be himself. Like a lot of these fighters, they think they got to go with the trend or whatever.
He deserved a Terrence Crawford fight, bro.
Huh?
And he deserved a Terrence Crawford fight.
Terrence Crawford. Yeah, he do. Because we keep saying Bud is the number 2 welterweight or the number 1 or 2, but we don't know that. Like we don't know that. Huh? What you say? It's shout out to everybody in the chat that's tuning in. Shout out to Justin Donnelly, Blue Blood, Ray Jackson, Elijah Hanna, Ward Well Reader, Fort Bend Media. Appreciate everybody for coming through. Hit the like button and comment. But yeah, we just take it for granted that Bud is number 1, but we don't know, because when you step up competition, then that's what you got to put it under pressure. You got to put it under pressure. You know, if it's a diamond or it's cold. And we haven't really seen it under pressure yet. We've seen Sean Porter under pressure. The reason why I put Wilder over Mike Tyson, because every time Tyson got under pressure, we seen it kind of turn to cold. When Wilder got under pressure against
I'm being biased to Spence, but if you say this trap, it's the truth, because you don't got no dog in this race. Now,
yeah. I ain't hate. I'm not I can change, like I said. I went into that Porter Spence fight all the way Spence. I left out. Sean Porter showed me everything that I need, and I really should have been showing him more respect before that. But after that fight, it just changed my total perspective of what I wanted from a fighter, and it was, Sean Porter. What if Bud doesn't fight Porter or Earl Spence, do you think it's 100% sure that ESPN is gonna make the winner of Ramirez and Taylor versus Bud, or do you think that's a fight that, because Bud isn't shown to do numbers, that they will probably give that to Teofimo Lopez because it makes more business sense? Because you have a
Bud get on his contract. I thought Bud contract was up this year.
Yeah, so Bud telling us that we hating and we trying to force him to Al Heyman, and he don't have to do that. So I don't think Bud's leaving. As much as people think that's what he should do, Bud loves Bob Arum. Loves him. So I highly doubt, if he left, I would be surprised. So do you think, if you pushing a fight, would you put Bud in there or Teofimo? And you just think about making money. By the end of this year, who do you think is a bigger fight? Is it Teofimo coming off a Triller performance, maybe a big knockout against Kambosos with, the YouTube stars on there, which is gonna build his brand, and rappers on the card, which is gonna build his brand, or Bud coming off a Castillo Clayton fight? Who you gonna put in there?
It depends on what I think, gives me more money. I think Bud will win his fight if I put him in there. If I put T.O. in there with Josh, I don't know who will win that fight. You know what I mean? So it depends on if I don't know about that one. Because Josh ain't with Aaron.
He with the zone, right?
He with the zone. Yeah, he ain't with Bob.
Yeah, but they got a good working relationship though. So it's not. It's gonna be nothing to make that fight. I mean, we already seen it.
Hey, if T.O. lose to Josh, then Bud lose. I mean, Bud. If T.O. lose to Josh, then Bob lose a champion.
Yeah, but if Bud lose to Josh, then Bob loses champion.
We're gonna beat the hell out of Josh. You think Taylor beat Bud?
I don't know. I don't feel like he'll beat the hell out of him like you do. I don't feel like that.
No, I don't think
I
he'll
don't,
win back, but he gonna beat the hell out of him. I'd be
I
shocked.
don't know. Yeah, I don't know about that.
I'd be shocked if Bud left Iron, but if he wants to make money, he needs to go to Mayweather or the Zone.
I'd be shocked if Bud left. But if he wants to make money, he needs to go Mayweather or the zone. I mean, I really just think Bud, if he feels like, I think he think Earl Spence is the guy over there, and if he goes over there and loses, that he would be a second class citizen to Earl. It, Crawford, Crawford hate niggas, man. I didn't care. It all makes sense. He do not want to be number two to no black man. He'll go be number two to anybody else, but it boiled down to on top rank, he the head nigga in that division. If he go to PBC, he might fall behind Sean Porter and Earl, so he can't take that risk of going over there losing and then not being a top priority like he is in top rank. I think even if that meant making more money and all that, like he could be the third priority, making more money, and he still wouldn't do it. Bud is not trying to be second to no nigga. He want to be the head nigga and being on top rank, regardless of who he's fighting. He, if nothing else, he know he above all the other niggas at 147, and I think that's fulfilling enough for Bud. And he got the praise from everybody early on. Like he said, he's in the white man's Hall of Fame. So whatever a nigga think, a nigga can't tell Bud nothing but the time. So that that that's where he pretty much at with it at this point. What
Yeah, Bud ain't trying to be number two, no niggas, man. Bud gave American 7 million. He can't take 40. He won't take 7 million to fight Eric. Basically, that would 40% gonna be 7 million or more. You know what I'm saying? Some shit like that. No less than 7 million. I think.
yeah, I mean, I pray for Crawford, man. That's all I can do for him at this point.
Crawford really don't feel like, but PBC man, he needs top rank Bill. I missed you, G. I don't know what you
Yeah, I
mean.
mean he can go independent like Mikey. You don't have to go to PBC.
I just say he ain't got to sign to nobody. Because I don't think Aaron Spence got too many more fights left on his deal with PBC.
You can go independent. You can go independent. Yeah, I just all we can do is pray for Bud at this point, man, because the guy we don't know what he is. We think he great. We think he could be great, but we don't know. You don't know what's great until you put it in there with good. And
But that's
we
really
seen him.
that's why I want to see him. That's really why I want. Every time I want to see Bud lose, I just want to see Bud fight in the fight to where I don't know if Bud gonna win that motherfucker. Because
Well,
most fights Bud in, I think I know he go in them. You know what I'm saying? Bud really is a bully. Bud be bullying motherfuckers. He be fighting people. We know he gonna beat up. Where we so I'm still here put my baby to sleep.
shout out World Reader. Shout out Houston. But
Nigga, Justin Dunn. Wilder ain't fuck. Wilder running this shit. Wilder finna get his fight. Fury been Fury been sat. Fury been trying to throw you off Wilder this whole time. He been throwing Wilder away the whole time. All this bullshit, making little jokes and all that bullshit. Now all of a sudden he's saying Wilder could be next. It's because he know that motherfucking case. That behind the scenes shit is like going on behind the scenes. That behind the scenes shit ain't going like he thought it would. And he might have to fight Wilder. Goddamn, because he signed to fight
Yeah,
Wilder. He really have to fight Wilder. Goddamn. We
yeah,
saying
yeah. I
Mike.
mean,
We saying Mike because it ain't no guarantee yet. But from the looks of it, Fury getting his ass whipped and that shit going on behind the scenes. So even now the fact that he's saying he might have to fight Wilder is really something. Because at first he been pushing AJ. Now it's you might have to fight Wilder. I thought that fucking deal was close. Stop playing. Wilder ain't fuck. This shit run by Wilder. This shit on pause because of Wilder. Don't nobody give a fuck. I give a fuck about Reeves. I definitely don't buy his pay per view, but that shit $75. I'm not paying $75 to see you knock out Chris Ariola. What the fuck? And Canelo just charged me 50 to see him knock out a bum. And not call even call Ariola a bum, but at this point in his career, you gonna beat Ariola, nigga. We know this shit. You know what I'm saying? Don't charge you $75 for that. But heavyweights done, bro. Like Usyk on pause, Wilder on pause, Fury on pause. AJ so fucking confused. AJ lost. He don't know what the fuck to do. He lost in the fucking win. He don't know what the fuck going on. Wilder ain't
yeah,
Wilder position. Wilder just waiting on this shit to work out in his favor. This shit could go up 2 years. Fury really just need to go and fight this man. That's what making it. This it's already been a year some change. You know what I'm saying?
Justin Donnelly. The overall point and the point what we've been trying to hammer in is if we do not get behind the Sean Porter standard and support Sean Porter to the maximum, boxing is done. All of this ducking and stuff that you see, avoiding fighters and stuff like that, that's going to continue to happen if Sean Porter does not get his proper respect for fighting the best, win, lose, or draw, not cheating the fans, staying in shape, not doing all the extra stuff, there's distractions outside of the ring, giving you commentary, constantly helping boxing expand. If we do not, as a whole, support Sean Porter to the maximum, then fighters will not follow in his blueprint, and they will still be on that Mayweather. They will still be chasing the Mayweather standard and trying to be undefeated, trying to be flashy, and all of that. And they're not just taking the good from Mayweather because he didn't drink, smoke, or none of that. They're taking all of the other stuff and trying to stay undefeated. And by doing that, they're going to avoid the top fighters like Sean Porter took up. So if we don't implement this Sean Porter standard now, boxing is dead. I'm the Nas of this boxing shit right now. When Nas told y'all hip hop was dead, I'm trying to give everybody a warning. If we do not, as a whole, get behind the Sean Porter standard, then boxing is in trouble. If they see us still showing love to Sean Porter, holding them up, upholding him for doing everything right because he fought the best and he still got losses, and they see we still being behind them, then everybody will follow suit that's coming behind them in the next generation. And even fighters in this generation will start following suit. Like, damn, they still supporting Sean Porter to the max, and he did everything right. So maybe I should do that. But if we turn our back on Sean Porter right now, and we don't get on this Sean Porter standard, boxing is dead because these fighters gonna keep avoiding each other. Heavyweight at a standstill. These fighters scared to lose. Welterweight at a standstill. Bud scared to lose. 135. It was just very exciting. It's gonna get at a standstill. Tiafimo don't want to fight Devin. Tank don't want to fight. Like, these fighters are scared to lose. But if Sean Porter is the standard, then there's no more fear because it's more about classics over an undefeated record. And that's what gotta be hammered home. In 30 years, how many classics do you have? Not is you gonna be in this white boys Hall of Fame? How many classics do you have? Do you got anything with replay value? Do you got a classic album or some classic songs that we can come back and listen to over and over and over again? The Hall of Fame is subjective, but if you want something universal, we can all appreciate great fights with the best. And if the Sean Porter standard isn't universal, then boxing is in trouble.
We
Boxing
can
is
do
in trouble.
sorry, my bad, bro. Okay, okay.
But yeah, you got any good bets for the weekend, man?
Uh, I gotta check them. I need to go and check them. It's Friday, and I gotta check them.
Yeah,
I think Chocolatito the underdog, ain't it? Chocolatito the underdog, ain't it? I think that
you
might
said
be
chocolate. Oh, you tuning into that? What
yeah.
Were you were you ever big on Chocolatito?
Uh, I think he'll go fighter. I think he'll go fighter. I don't think he trash. I think he tough. He most definitely can take a punch. We seen him take enough punches. I think he gonna win. I think he might be the underdog in this fight. I think he's like
How
I
you
think
feel
it's
about Earl? How you feel about Earl putting him in his pound for pound? Like, do you think was he
yes,
ever that good? That's my question. I never really tuned in a dude like that to really. I seen a couple of his fights, but nothing really stood out to me.
he took a loss earlier in his career. Yeah, I think he the goods though. I think tomorrow gonna be the fight where he solidify himself type shit.
I'm trying to pull up the odds. Let me see.
Win. I got him for the win
Let me see.
by decision, unanimous decision.
Let me
Chocolatito by
see. Bovada boxing. If you're looking for some good sports betting website, I bet on Bovada. We ain't got that sponsorship yet, but it's coming. I bet on Bovada, and it's always been good business. When I won, I got paid. You just gotta have Bitcoin, but you can do your Bitcoin on Cash App now, so it make it real easy. And my Coinbase account's still solid too. Oh, it's a fair fight tomorrow. Hold on, 313. Oh, it's a
who?
fair fight
Who that's
Monday.
fighting?
Giraffa, the one who I think he fought Kell Brook, or he fought Jeff Horn. He knocked Jeff Horn out.
Who?
Giraffa, Michael Giraffa, he knocked Jeff Horn out
When he not Joe Horn.
last year.
I thought he got knocked out by the Chitsu dude.
Hold on, hold on.
The Chitsu dude knocked
Michael Giraffa, box red. Let's see. Michael Giraffa, hometown Melbourne. Hold on, I'm
out.
slowing up right now.
Yeah, basically, man, we just want to see, like you said, we just want to see why the thing is, they want you to believe that Fury Joshua the biggest fight in boxing. That's a fucking lie. Maybe it is a big fight. It's not the biggest fight in fucking boxing because the biggest fights in heavyweight involve Wilder because they just how the shit go. They what the numbers tell you. They just that ain't me making up shit. They just how it go. But the thing is, we just want to see people fight motherfuckers that they supposed to fight. The biggest fight in boxing is Wilder Fury 3. Ain't shit bigger than that. Don't nothing sell more. The Bud Crawford might be Bud Spence might be a real close second. You know what I mean? But ain't shit bigger than Wilder Fury 3 because there's gonna be so many eyes on that shit because everybody gonna be looking to see what the fuck happened. What the fuck happened? You know what I'm saying? Ain't gonna be no shit going on.
Monday, it,
I think Fury know
he
that, and that's why he trying his best not to get in this fucking ring with Deontay Wilder again.
he knocked Horn out in 2019, and then Horn came back and beat him in 2019 in December. He knocked him out in
Okay.
August. Michael Zarafa, and now he's fighting Anthony Mundane at middleweight for the vacant WBA Oceania middleweight title.
How
Mundane is 48-10, and what was his last his last fight was against John Wayne Parr. It was a split decision, and he lost to Jeff Horn. So one guy has beat Jeff Horn and lost to Jeff Horn, and Michael Zarafa, and Mundane lost to Jeff Horn. So
that's the
he's
big,
on a
you know what I mean?
what you say?
He said Fury Joshua the biggest fight money wise. How? Did you not see how much money they just made off Wilder Fury 1 and 2?
Yeah. You got to think about the market and the gates too. It's cheaper in the UK, so even if you feel like more people, they
It's less
charging
people.
less.
It's less people
They
in 2 years.
charging less.
They charging less, and it's less people in the UK. It's less people in the UK than it is in Texas or California.
Yeah.
Texas or California, not in California. It's less people in the UK than it is in Texas or California.
Goucher fight tomorrow. He fighting
Yeah, he on
Timothy Clark.
yeah, he on the Strata card. I mean, not the Strata card.
Oh, he the
Yeah,
underdog. What the fuck?
Terrell. I call him Geisha. His name is Boucher. Terrell
Yeah,
Geisha.
Goucher. Yeah, yeah,
So,
yeah, yeah. He the underdog. Yeah, he from east side of Cleveland, Brackland area.
I like him. He nice. My boy
He the
Luca just
he the underdog. Who is Jamonte Clark?
what's the odds of him on that?
He a plus 130. Hold on.
130. That's a close fight.
Box
Two
spread. Hold on. I gotta see who he fighting. Cause he almost stopped losing.
Luke I'm gonna stop him too. I got a little Luke bias. I got a little Luke bias. I like Ebbs. Ebbs just said he might so
Terrell Goucher. Hold on. Terrell.
man, they ain't worth no $1 billion. Get out of here, Justin. That's what they want you to believe. That's crazy. Y'all really want us to believe it. Like this, y'all really want us to believe $1 billion fight? Stop it. AJ Field, stop it. The UK this big, bro. Stop it.
Hey,
We
this
not even. I'm not gonna watch that shit. And it's a lot of people like me not gonna watch that shit because I don't give a fuck about it. That shit's not even gonna happen before Wilder Fury happen any fucking way. That might as well be a fantasy fight. This shit gonna happen in 2022 if it's gonna happen.
this this so Jamonte, this another battle of Ohio. You got Cincinnati versus Cleveland. His pro record of Jamonte Clark is 15-1-1 with 7 knockouts. He had an amateur record of 26-10. Let me see any notable amateur names on his resume. Let me see. Oh, he fought Heron in the amateurs. He lost to Heron in the amateurs. Montana Love. He lost to Montana Love from Cleveland. Let me see anybody else. Thomas Hill. Yeah, so Montana Love and Heron in the amateurs. And in the pros, he's fought Rosario. And Rosario was his only loss. Oh, he got a draw against the big dude, Fandora. When Fandora was 13-0 in 2019, August 31st. Let me make sure Fandora is. Yeah, Fandora is the one with. So Fandora is 6'5" with the 80-inch reach. Now, what's crazy about him is he got an 80-inch reach too. So that's
I
like,
don't know if these people already got. or you talking about money that the fight gonna generate? Because you talking about who funding the fight, who putting the fight on. The PBC and Top Rank putting the fight on in America. They got a lot of money too. We talking about how much money the fight gonna generate, bro. You talking about who backing them. We talking about two different things. Joshua Fury is not gonna generate more money than Wilder Fury. Joshua Fury won't generate more money than Wilder versus Joshua. Just being real. Wilder make that shit move, bro. That fight, like, bro, that shit move with Wilder. That's why they had to get Wilder out the way. That's why they still trying to avoid Wilder to this day. For real, bro. Like we talking about two different things.
Damn, these niggas got.
You talking about how much the fight worth?
This nigga Jamonte Clark got an 80-inch reach.
Damn.
Goucher, yeah, him and Fundora got the same reach. The big 6'5" dude, he fought Fundora to a draw. That's a fight I'm going back to watch tonight because dude from Jamonte Clark.
Oh, I knew it was like I was trying to figure out who the fuck that was. That was okay. So that was Clark.
Yeah, okay. He from Cincinnati, Ohio.
That's
and
why
he fight.
And he got shit underdog.
Yeah, because that reach is crazy. Goucher reach is only 72, and he 5'10", and Jamonte Clark got an 80-inch reach, and he's 6'2". And he has experience, top experience against Pandora, who's on the rise. They had a draw, and they probably going to end up running that back if he can get his brand, keep building his brand. Huh?
The fact that it was a draw probably really means that he beat him.
Yeah. Most likely with him being a black fighter, most likely. And then Jenison Rosario, he fought Rosario in 2018, and he lost unanimous decision. So these are two good names to have on your resume, and if he can come in and beat a guy like Goucher, he's gonna be a real player in the super welterweight division, and we might be looking at him in line for Charlo as a big fight. With a reach like that, I gotta go back and watch that Fundora fight though. I gotta go back and watch that.
Oh, we finna see tomorrow what he talking about.
Yeah, so I don't know, man. Just my heart want to tell me that to bet on Goucher, amateur background and all that, but
the fact 80-inch Pandora, he should be why the odds? They got it a close fight still because 130 ain't really too high on the fight. You know what I mean? So they still got it kind of even. So I don't know where they want to go with that one. It should be a good fight.
So look now think about this. Wilder is 6'7" and has an 83-inch reach, and he got an 80-inch reach, and that's a heavyweight, and he got an 80-inch reach at super welterweight. So the same potential that Fundora has, Jamonte Clark is a name we might need to get very familiar with, and we're gonna find out tomorrow. So that's a fight I'm excited about, and I'm possibly going to bet on with plus 130 odds. He's a minus 160. The fight is at 6:00 p.m. Let me see if there's any other bets on there. It could possibly be a draw. Yeah, they only letting you bet the win or lose. They're not even letting you bet the draw on this. There we go. So we got Monday and Zarafa. That's a good fight. We got Austin Williams and Dennis Duggan. You intrigued about any of those names?
Duggan was talking shit to him. That should be a good fight because I think the Williams do undefeated, man.
He a minus 1,400.
Williams?
Yeah.
What's the Williams do record?
Hold on, let me pull it up. What division is this? Austin Williams.
Maybe 154, ain't it? 160.
Austin Williams box rec. Let me see.
160, ain't it? 168. He 160.
I hate when box rec do this shit. Is it box rec event?
So,
Awesome.
so
It ain't let
W100.
me. It ain't let me get in into the box rec shit. Austin Williams. He was match on. Yeah, I can't.
So
It's not letting
W,
me pull it. It's not letting me pull it up without signing in. Yeah, so he fighting Douglas. Juan Carlos Burgos plus 550 versus Malvaladon Byra Sanavu. I don't know that name. Raymond Ford versus Eamon Perez. Perez is a plus 800. Axel Vera versus Hiroto Kaguchi. Axel Vera is a plus 475. Jose Romero versus Isaac Gonzalez. Romero is a plus 600. Jessica Maskill versus Break. Oh, that's tomorrow?
that's two. Yep, yep, yep. That's on the
That's
top.
at that's at 9 p.m. And Maskill is a plus 130. Breakers is a minus 160. Is this a rematch?
Yep, and Baker's still the favorite.
This who she lost to, right?
Yeah.
How did she lose? Did you see that fight?
Yes, it was a close fight. Tough fight. She lost on the inside. She normally Breakers move around the ring, box, use the jab and shit. Breakers on the inside that whole fight. Till she was getting touched. She got touched more than she ever got touched in her career. It's like she was just standing there. She tried the inside fight and she got out hustled by the younger, more athletic fighter. But I think this time she could try to box. So it should be more interesting. The fact that she's still the favorite and she just lost is it's
No,
crazy.
no,
So
no.
they must
Mask it. Oh yeah, she is a favorite. Yeah, yeah,
they setting up a third fight. Breakers
yeah.
go and they go do they gonna do it the third time.
Was Maskill undefeated?
I think she had lost already.
I don't know. Then you got Benavidez versus Ronald Ellis
Yeah,
at
that's the
9
one.
p.m.
Mascara got
Ronald
one loss.
Ellis, huh?
Mascara got one loss down.
I'm not sure. My box rec on some bullshit right now. Um, Roman Gonzalez versus Estrada, and Gonzalez is a plus 150. So those odds are close. I gotta go look at some film. I might bet on that fight. Anything else? Yeah, that's pretty much that wrap up everything for the weekend. What fight of all of those fights do you want to see the most tomorrow?
Shit, probably the breakies Jessica Mascara done. No cap. No
Oh, the
cap.
breaker?
Yeah, breakies Mascara just probably.
Yeah, I want to see that Goucher
Jessica Mascara 9-2. See, I knew she had a couple losses. She 9-2.
9-2. Okay. Who she lose to?
Hold on for me. She lost to Katie Taylor, so we'll throw that one out the window. And she lost her debut, a split decision to Katona Fisher. So her first fight, We're gonna throw that one out because it was her first fight, and her second fight was to Katie Taylor. We gonna throw that one out because it was Katie Taylor, and she beat Breakers. So if she can get 2 wins over Breakers, I'm sold.
Justin Donnelly says 3:40 in the morning over there. He's still listening. Much respect, man. Shout out to the Irish people.
Listen
Shout
from
out
the shop.
Danny. Shout out Danny Green, Irish Danny Green, man. If y'all ain't seen that movie, make sure you go check that out. Stand down Irish brother from Cleveland area. Got it in with the mob. Look up Danny Green movie. If you ain't seen it, go tune in. Look up some Cleveland history. From the Irish. But yeah, so tomorrow look like it's gonna be a good day in boxing. In the chat, of all those fights, the Zarafa, Mundane, Jamonte Clark and Goucher, and the Breakers fight, and the Chocolatito fight. We'll fight y'all interested in, and even if y'all playing it on the playback, drop in the comments. Just let us know what fight are y'all looking forward to most tomorrow, and what's most likely the upset. Is it something that we gonna be surprised by tomorrow, or are the odds on point? I think the biggest chance probably that Goucher fight. I think Goucher can beat the odds just based on experience coming out the ring with a fighter like Lubin. Um, his wife is in his team now. They real involved with each other as far as training. I just think he in the best place he been at in his career. I like what I've seen from him in the last fight. So I still haven't seen everything I need to see from Jamonte Clark. I haven't seen anything on him yet. But I'm gonna go check out that Fandura fight. But
Yeah,
that reach is gonna be a problem. That reach is definitely gonna be a problem.
yeah, I want to see what you're talking about too. Yeah, yeah. I knew that Breakers Masculine Jump this Saturday, but I kind of pushed it out my mind. But yeah, that jump is tomorrow. Yeah, I'm ready for that motherfucker. I'm ready for that jump. Okay. That was a good one. Breakers just stood there. I'm guessing that they thinking this shit. Breakers go box this time too, type shit. But, I'm guessing they think that Breakers go box too, because Breakers went in there. She ain't. She never. I ain't seen her fight nobody like that before. She just tried to go in there, and she basically fought
What,
like
what was what was her explanation for like the loss? Like was it something different in preparation?
she ain't made no excuses. Man, she said the better fighter won. Then she said she was gonna retire, and then they end up signing the fight again.
Man,
Yeah, but
man,
yeah, that's that they got her. I know that Mask had already fought Katie Taylor, and she fought Katie Taylor early, so that had to be a fight that Katie Taylor thought that she was gonna win easy. You know what I'm saying? For her to fight her that early, let me see,
yeah,
because she only had 11 fights.
yeah.
She
She's
fought
still young.
She can play
She,
Taylor 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 fights.
what division they in? Welterweight.
Uh, super lightweight, 140, 147. Her Katie Taylor fought in super lightweight. She fighting she fighting welterweight now. Right now they in welterweight. They in 147 right now. She fought Katie Taylor in 140. She fought Breakers in 147. That's what they fighting there now. There's a judge that Clarissa Shields saying she'll go to, but the money got to be right for her to lose. You know, her own. Until she loses it. Yeah.
Yeah, she should go down there for that smoke though. I mean
She
that's
said
where it's
it got
at.
to be guaranteed in paper already for her to take a chance to lose. To for her to go down there, it got to be already got to be a lot. So she signed it, and then she losing the weight. Though she said, because she ain't finna lose the weight for no reason. Type shit.
How you feel about that though?
I feel about what?
The guarantee.
I feel like yeah, I feel like yeah, that's why she already came down from 168. She basically said, "Man, I'm not going down to 140. I'm not losing my ass to go down to 147 for no reason. If one of them want to put it in paper, I'll sign it and we can fight at 147. Other than that, no shit goes 154. But for the money, she was like, I'll go to 147. But it got to be a done
Yeah.
deal.
Yeah. If I'm her though, I would be a little bit open to negotiating because I would feel so disrespected by them keep putting them over me in a pound for pound. And
They had
the
her doing the most.
demand the demand for women's boxing isn't like the same as the men right now. So sometimes you just gotta do a little sacrificing to bring the excitement to it and catch the big the big check on the back end. But you gotta have these pound for pound fighters matching up with each other to build that demand for women's boxing and that love for women's boxing. You have to nurture it with the best fighting the best, and you got to get down to that 147
It
range.
was like she been going down. Folks ain't coming up. Like she been going down.
I know,
She
but that's a part of being black in boxing. We understand the disadvantage that we at, but if you can do it and you're not hurting yourself or nothing like that,
really got to
if
work. It's hard than everybody else. Literally,
yeah,
60,
yeah,
55.
yeah, if you can do it, man, just get down there and whoop on them. So it's no question on who was the one in this area. You putting yourself at the disadvantage by dropping all this weight. You getting down and you still whoop on them and you whoop Breakers and you whoop Katie Taylor. And this generation will got to see the best women fight the best women, and then you jump up and whoop Savannah Marshall. Just leave no doubt in this era. The same thing what I'm saying with Porter. Just leave no doubt on who was the one in this time period, and that's gonna help women's boxing grow.
To start running off with now either. I thought those were
Huh?
real. I said I don't like how Savannah Marshall waited for Clarissa Shields to start dropping weight to start talking shit either.
Yeah, yeah, but that's just a confusion tactic. She just gotta stay focused on what she has going on. Keep winning. We behind her 100%. Don't get into what white media is saying and who they putting at pound for pound. Just just pay attention. Just know she got the support of her people, and just keep doing great things in boxing, and we're gonna stand behind her. If she can't get down to it, we understand because it's tough losing weight. We're not knocking her for that, but if she can,
She said she
it'll
will. It just guaranteed already for her to do it. She said she will.
yeah. Yeah, I would like to see that. Even over the MMA stuff, I would like to see her down there. Just clean them up real quick, so that's not even a question. Then go knock off Marshall, and you can put your foot up and have no question about the you know you'll put women's boxing in position. It really ain't about the greatest woman of all time at this point, but now it's just about growing women's boxing. And as a collective, maybe y'all need to sit down and come together about growing women's boxing. Don't argue your position, Clarissa, because you're not gonna win with these people. They'll find something always to point out you're a dark skinned black woman and you're doing great things that's never been done, so it's always gonna be something to say. Just let them talk, keep winning, and eventually they won't have nothing to say. These motherfuckers big as shit. I'm watching this Fandora Clark fight.
Yeah,
This shit look like heavyweights.
yeah. Clark, you said Clark 6'2".
Yeah, Clark 6'2" and Fandora 6'5".
Get them some
And
time.
they, man, but shit, man, I'm getting ready to get out of here, man. Go make me something to eat.
So
And
man, we
ah,
I'm sure that we said to eat them hungry motherfucker.
right, man. Shout out to everybody that came through. Shout out Blue Blood, man. We appreciate you coming through. We definitely be tuned in to the show. We be in the chat all the time, so you coming through. That means a lot. Shout out Justin Donnelly, man. We appreciate you staying up in the UK Ireland 3:40 in the morning over there. My fault. I know you ain't from the UK. I know you from Ireland, man. Shout out to the Irish people, man. Much love. Um, they say WBA don't count. Shout out Left. Shout out L Dub, Ray Jackson. Where my boy from Columbus, man? I don't see him in the chat. Shout out Rich Porter.
Who?
CD901. Bump. Bump, man, where you at?
Oh yeah, bump.
Elijah,
Yeah.
Elijah Hanna. Yeah, we ain't see Columbus in the building. World Reader, Houston. Houston. We got Detroit in the building. Ray, what's going on? Yeah, man, we appreciate everybody for coming through, man.
Right down here in the South with us country
Huh?
folks. I
You
said
say
right
here in the
down
South?
here in Dallas.
Oh, Dallas. Yeah, shout out Dallas, the whole DFW. Got a lot of love for Dallas, man. Spent some good times in Dallas. Good people, good women. Shout out to DGs. Shout out to Onyx. Um, RP Mo 3. Man, we appreciate everything. We'll be tuned in tomorrow. You doing a fight show tomorrow?
Now I won't plan on it. I won't plan on it. I don't know. Depending
Yeah,
on how I might get there. I don't know. I, de- I'm
yeah,
a,
it might.
I most definitely ain't doing one for Andy Ruiz at them. But I don't
Yeah,
know.
yeah,
I,
I might cover that. Clark and Goucher. That battle of Ohio might have to pop in. So I ain't been live in a long time on Trap Media, but if you haven't subscribed over there, make sure you type in Trap Media on YouTube. It's the
don't do
one with like 1.7 subscribers. Not all the imposters just trying to ride the wave. But
that.
yeah, I might want to cover that one. Just that fight, not the whole card or nothing like that, but just that fight. Just to kind of put some light on what Ohio boxing got going on right now and what might be the future of Ohio boxing. Any boxers from Memphis, like any Memphis boxers? Is boxing not like a thing out there?
Not necessarily no more. It's a couple. It's a couple. The Darius Miller. Uh, that's the only one that's really from Memphis. You got more so. We got people who used to box. Like, our boxers are old, like back in the day, like
Yeah,
Tom shit like that. Type shit like that. We ain't really got no young boys. But the Darius Memphis Miller, the only one we really got right now. It could be more. We got a couple MMA fighters. We got like about 4 or 5 MMA fighters. As a matter of
yeah,
fact, we do got another boxer. He like heavyweight. I can't think of his name right now. He kind of on the come up. Michael. Can't think of his last name. Michael Peterson or some shit like that. But he used to fight MMA too, though. But we got more
yeah,
MMA. Memphis boxing gyms are MMA gyms with boxing coaches now. You know what I'm saying?
yeah.
That's really what's going on there. Like we got MMA
What?
fights shit. So Memphis more so. We got more MMA guys than boxing guys. We got a champion. Living Westwood, an MMA champion. Man, I can't think of his name either. He like 23, 24. But he been a champion like a year and a half now. I can't even think of his name right now though. But he used to play basketball for the school down the street type shit. Do MMA.
Yeah.
But most of our people do MMA now. We don't really got too many boxing no more. Well,
You know,
Go follow the Memphis Miller. He just had a close decision loss to Michael Riviera. Michael Riviera was the dude the Asian Broner was gonna fight after the his last fight fell through, and then something happened with Michael Riviera, and then he ended up fighting Santiago. But Memphis Miller just lost the automatic title shot to Michael Riviera. Though that was his second loss. He lost one fight early in his career, and he just had another loss to Michael Riviera. But we got one boxer though, chap. Ladarius Memphis Miller, and that nigga nice though. That nigga is nice. He gonna be back because he probably get the shot again after the other guy used his title shot. So we gonna have to hear about him again about another year or so, because he's still kind of young. I think he like 17-2, 15-2, some shit like that right now.
Right.
Yeah.
What about oh yeah, and UFC. Shout out Stipe too. I don't never shout out Stipe with UFC, man. Strong style MMA training center.
Daniel Barlow is the Google. Hey, go on YouTube, type in Daniel Barlow. He's from my hood. He MMA fighter. He the current champion right now. He been champion about a year and a half. His name Daniel Barlow. That young nigga nice, man.
How you spell his last name?
Barlow. Daniel Barlow. Yeah. He we more so got MMA people. I'm trying to think of the other nigga name too. It's actually my partner cousin. He used to play football for the other guy. He a boxer now though, but he did MMA first, and he a boxer now though. I think he a light heavyweight. I think he like 27 though.
Hey.
Most of our guys MMA guys right now though.
What about Nashville?
They got
outside of
boxing scene than we do. They got more boxing scene than we do.
More boxing, yeah.
Our trainers legendary here. They just old as hell, so it ain't really them doing the training. Running they names on it still, but it ain't really them. Like the Hadleys still, but they not necessarily running the gyms no more. You know what I'm saying?
Right. Yeah, man. But
shout out growth system kind of dead right now.
Yeah, shout out local boxing. That's something I might look into, like a non-profit around boxing or something like that to kind of revitalize boxing with the youth. Just expose them to it. Just expose them to just getting in the ring, putting some gloves on, and just learning the art and science of boxing. But yeah, man, respect to everybody. I'm about to go smash on something. I don't know what, but I'm about to go smash on something. Shout out Skinny Hardaway, SouthernTea Boxing. Make sure y'all subscribe. Make sure y'all tuning in. We need that feedback. Shout out, get in the comments, like, share, tell somebody to tell somebody to tell somebody, and let the trolls troll, man. Spread some peace, positivity, and love today. And do your own research on everything. Don't take nobody's word. Research everything. Trap Media, Hardaway. I'm out, man.
Up out of here too. I'm hungry as a motherfucker. I'm probably throw one of these steaks in the oven or some shit, man. But I appreciate everybody that came through this joint. Everybody that's go come through this joint. If you ain't already, hit that like button, like, subscribe, share, tell a friend that we be over here talking this good boxing. I'm from Memphis. He from Ohio. We got people from Texas. We got people from where he say he was from. We got people from the UK. We got people from Dublin. Where did they say he was from?
Ireland.
We got people from Ireland coming to this job. We got people from Cali being here. We just been just talking boxing, man. Everybody welcome. Family, friends, supporters, non-supporters, whatever. You welcome to come talk your shit. I invite anybody to come on. I invited the guy to come on from my Twitter. The Justin Darnell dude, He came from my Twitter. I invited him on the show. He said I won't understand his accent, But he came on the show in the comments. He dropped in. He tuned in. I appreciate that. Skinny Hardaway, SouthernTea. This ain't the past. This ain't the future. But this the present. And that's how we rocking. Love. I appreciate everybody that came through. And if this was your first time, don't make it your last time. I'm going to holler at y'all, folks.